Hello, welcome to the Peaceful Woodturner. Got this piece of completely unknown wood that I cut off of something a little bit longer, but it's just something that I found in the woods, and I thought it had some neat character to it. I like how all the color is getting into it. I'm probably going to find a bit of spalting in there. It's pretty dense, but it's also not very heavy. You can see we've got some holes from some critters that have traveled through in the past. So I already got myself pretty much set up for my spur drive. That's in there nice and tight, and I'm going to put it on the lathe and I'm going to make myself a candle holder. So I've got it mounted up, and I'm going to start by just taking it down to round, and once I do that, then I'll be able to start shaping a little bit. I'm going to start with my rough and gouge, and I'm going at about 900 RPM. Like all these critter holes in there. Hope they don't create too much problem for me because I really like them. I've got a 220 grit paper, and then I'm going to move to a 220 grit sponge, and then a 320, and then some finer stuff. So you can see these little lines down in here. These are my tool marks. I just, I'm not quite there with the skew, so I end up leaving some of these marks behind. I leave a lot fewer than I did, but I need to sand those out as much as possible now, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get them out. Sometimes I get frustrated and I just go to a heavier grit right from the beginning, but I think I can get these out if I keep working at them. I'm leaving all our little worm tracks in here. I think they really add some neat character to it. So I'm going to go to my 320 grit paper now. Or 320 grit sponge. That looks really nice. I'm going to burnish a little. Feels good. I'm going to put a little bit of a beeswax and linseed oil finish on it, and then I'll finish it off with mineral oil. Because I find that gives me a really nice finish on oak. I want to know how it's going to do on this. So there's my first coat. Just going to kind of gently rub it on. It's going to melt its way in. Whee, look at that go. Wow, that really changed the color a lot. That is really pretty. It's almost like two different pieces the way it comes together. That really remarkable line right there. Alright, so that's the beeswax and linseed oil. And that's melted in there pretty nicely. I don't even feel a whole lot of buildup on that. That's good. I'm going to put mineral oil on now. So I've got a nice coat of mineral oil on my paper towel here. And now a clean towel, just take off any excess. Feels nice. I wasn't sure I was going to like the proportions, but I am liking this. It's a hardy candlestick. Real stable. So now I'm going to part it off, and I'll put my hole up at the end. And this is the first time I've done a candlestick in a while. Last couple times I did it, the only thing I had for it was a spade bit. Now I actually have I have some forcenet bits, so I hopefully will be able to make a better hole. Gonna have to go slow because some of this wood's a little punky. Got my hole drilled, came out pretty nice. I stuck a candle in there, it was actually pretty stable. So all I'm gonna do now is sand the top and the bottom, especially trying to take the little bit of rounding off that happens on the bottom. Time for a little finish. Just like before, I've got the beeswax on there. Now I'm trying to rub it in. The hard part is I'm not going to get the same kind of speed and heat built up since I'm not on a lathe. So I'm going to have to work it a little bit harder myself. Replacing speed with pressure. Now for the mineral oil. There we go. We have a nice little candlestick. That came out pretty well. A lot faster than I expected. I'm starting to get the hang of this stuff. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for joining me on the Peaceful Woodturner.